Vander was still a brother to Silco, even though Vander sliced open his face and tried to kill him in the lake.
We love each other, really.
Yeah. But again, I'd still have to kill you for my cause. That's just how it goes. This is Jason Spisak, and I'm here at Megacon Live for an interview with Comic-Con News, and we're going to chat about Silco and Arcane. Does Silco really love Vander as a brother, or does he hate him? That's a good question. It's a complicated relationship because they grew up together in the lanes, and you choose your own family in the underground. You don't get to really pick who your family is. There's thrust upon you sometimes. And then you can choose to stay with them or not. And Vander and Silco were beyond brothers. They wanted to start a new world, the nation of Zon together. Even through Vander's betrayal, I think Silco still thought of Vander as a brother. It doesn't mean that he's not hurt by it. It doesn't mean he's not, saddened by it. But I think Vander.
Sorry?
Vander was still a brother to Silco, even though Vander sliced open his face and tried to kill him in the lake.
We love each other, really.
Yeah. But again, I'd still have to kill you for my cause. That's just how it goes. If you want to be in on this, brother, it's Arcane, absolutely.
Hi, Jason. It's Georgia Dow from Therapist Reacts. Thank you so much for your comment on how I was right on the money about Silco's motivation in my video about Silco and Jinx, and I might have screamed. It made me really excited, so thank you.
Well, you're welcome. Thank you. I actually loved your take on it. I loved how much you have insight into, the way real human minds work. So yeah, of course.
What psychological techniques do you use to get so deeply into the characters that you play?
It's funny to say this, but I'm a big student of human behavior, and I love to watch humans, like here at the con or anywhere in the world that I see them, to see how they're interacting, to see what shapes their behaviors. And I also like to talk to people, even complete strangers, just to get a sense of real human beings' stories. Because essentially I'm telling a story that was written by writers to seem as human as possible. Well, you can't really do that unless you know a lot of human stories. So I try to get to know people and listen to their stories and talk to them about the things in their life that have happened, the ways that they felt hurt or feel joy, and almost gathering data in a way on human behavior. So it's more than people watching, it's like people absorbing. I do that. And also, characters inexorably are linked to me. So you have to know yourself as an actor. You have to be well informed about your psychological makeup, and bring some of that to every character you play, for authenticity. So, I would say some extroverted study and a lot of introverted study.
What was the hardest scene for you to do in Arcane, and why?
The hardest scene, it's going to sound silly, but there's a hardest scene from an emotional perspective, and there's a hardest scene from a voiceover perspective. The hardest scene from a voiceover perspective was when Silco comes into the warehouse, and Vi and the kids are trying to save Vander, and he's trapped them, and he comes in and he says, "Hello!" And it's this really bright sort of hello, which is very un-Silco-like. And I really had to work on the idea of what it sounds like for him to project his voice through this place, but still be kind of menacing and like he's talking to children. So it's actually a pretty complicated moment for just one word. Those one-word ones get you. Hello. And emotionally, I would say the final episode, I would never have given you to them. Don't cry. You're perfect. When he says that, it's emotionally so deep and rich to say to another human that you love them just for who they are. And that place it's just an emotionally deep and specific place. And it affects a lot of people when they watch the series. And so yes, that was emotionally, it had a big impact on me.
You're